So the Michigan intern head football coach fumbled basically a $30 million bag because he was fixing to get the job for having a inappropriate relationship with a staff member.
I can imagine 6, 7 months ago, I went through something very similar. So I know what that storm is like.
Yes, sir.
And unless you've been in it, that's why when people say, this is what I would do, you don't know what you would do until you in it. Until you in that pressure cooker, until you in the eye of the storm.
Yes, sir.
Until you in Ocho, you and I have had a conversation. So
Yes, sir.
I know you know.
Mm-hmm.
To be in that storm.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
to know everybody know everything that you worked your entire life for.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it like it's crumbling right before your eyes.
Like what he's saying is straight facts, but and you can see like the pain and resentment and everything he's still going through. But at the end of the day, like you 50 something years old, like this is a self-inflicted wound. Like you should have been moving differently. You shouldn't have been entertaining no 19, 20-year-old girl. You shouldn't have been talking the way you were talking on the text messages. So at the end of the day, that was a self-inflicted wound. It's just the same thing with this guy. At the end of the day, you married with 3 kids, you ain't had no business having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member with your livelihood and life on the line. So I do not feel sorry for nobody that puts themselves in these type of situations at all.
Yeah. And the only people that's gonna be there, it's gonna be a select few. It's gonna be a select few. That's the hardest part. I mean, everybody look. It's kind of it. Look, and I understand the situation, but if you're married and you engage in an inappropriate relationship, why would you do that? You married. And see, everybody always say, well, "Why would you do that? Why would you do that?" Well, if you thought you was gonna get caught, if you thought something was gonna go wrong, you wouldn't do it.
Right.
The same reason you speed. If you thought you was gonna get caught, you think you would speed? No. Unless you're a kleptomaniac, you're not gonna steal. You know, klepto just can't help it. But some people don't. You don't shoplift. You don't steal stuff, and you think you'll get caught.
As we continue to watch this video, I want y'all to pay attention to this because he is fixing to go basically expose his primitive and childish mindset. And what I mean by that is that he is fixing to basically justify the actions through, well, if I know I'm gonna get caught, I shouldn't do it. So in other words, he almost saying, go ahead and do it if you know you can't get caught. And I think ultimately this is just me speculating. He didn't think that what transpired with the girl that sued him, he didn't ever think it was gonna ever get out, it was gonna ever be exposed, or she would ever do that to him. And this is sad. This is very sad because that lets me know that he hadn't learned his lesson.
That's why a lot of people, most robberies happen at when? At night. You got the veil of darkness because I don't want to get caught. I don't want to be seen. The same thing while you creep. Most times, when the creeping take place? At night.
Look at the look on his face.
Boy,
he getting
college professor
excited.
told me, say the night has 1,000 eyes. And on most nights it has 1,002 because somebody sees you.
Oh yeah, I'm writing that down, boy. That's a good one there, boy.
Dig it, Ocho.
Damn.
Say the night has 1,000 eyes?
On most nights it has 1,002 because somebody sees you.
Now Shannon Sharpe still trying to be serious, but Ocho cracking jokes and jacking and joking around or whatever. And the situation is actually a serious situation. And But at the same time, I guess you got to make light of these situations when you know somebody or find yourself in this type of situation. Because I think ultimately Shannon Sharpe is on the other side of this situation as far now what it done to his reputation and business deals. That part is over with. Now I think basically he just trying to dig himself out of this financial hole or rut or whatever it created. And I'm not so sure. I seriously doubt he had $30 million to just cut her a check. We don't know what the final settlement was, but I'm almost positive that either if he had some type of liability insurance that covers that type of stuff, or he gave a lump sum payment and is probably making additional payments. But bottom line is this coach fumbled the bag doing some real wild, crazy, and stupid stuff. And then this is what's crazy about it. Shortly after he loses his job, he gets arrested because another woman, I don't know this, I'm not sure if it was this woman or another woman, called police or went and pressed assault charges on him and said that he was suicidal from losing his job. And they later went to his home with his wife and kids and arrested him for the assault on this female. And this female said that she had been stalking him for months. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, if he been stalking you for months, why you just now decide to call the police and this, that, and other? This is just me speculating, but I think ultimately what happened was is that the other female found out he was having this appropriate relationship with this female and lost his job. He went to cry on the female that pressed the assault charges on her shoulder, and it got out of hand, and they got to fussing or fighting or whatever. And she said he choked her or whatever. If he's stalking you, then how did he even get in your home? Like, what coach gonna break into your home and do something? So I think this is me speculating that they had some type of relationship or something going on. He went over there to cry on her shoulder and tell her what had happened or whatever, and that got out of hand. She probably was like, "Oh, so you was messing with somebody else?" Blase, blase. That and that transpired.
And then the other reports that came out that he was arrested and things that some things escalated.
Yeah. Bottom line is that this dude fumbled a big bag, ruined his life, messed up his kid's life, hurt his family, and basically just for lust. That's the only reason why you most people have inappropriate sexual relationships or whatever it was, or dating or sleeping around. It's solely for sexual pleasure most of the time. A lot of people get caught up on the emotional side and fall in love with people they messing around with and things of that nature. But ultimately, the dude made a bad decision. He got to live with his consequences. So we'll see what happened later on in the news or whatever. But bottom line, like, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Everyone have a blessed day.